Rome wasn't built in a day, but it sure came crashing down faster than anyone expected. In just 5 minutes, you'll understand how the most powerful empire the world had ever seen went from ruling the Mediterranean to collapsing in fire and chaos. At its height in 117 CE under Emperor Trajan, Rome controlled over 5 million square kilometers, stretching from Britain to Egypt. Over 70 million people lived under Roman rule. But empires don't just die overnight. This story begins with cracks forming in the foundation, cracks that would widen into disaster. By the late 200s CE, Rome had entered what historians call the crisis of the 3rd century. In just 50 years, the empire had 26 emperors, most murdered or overthrown. Civil wars raged. Meanwhile, the economy faltered. Coins were devalued. Prices skyrocketed. Farmers abandoned fields. In 284 CE, Emperor Diocletian stepped in and tried to save Rome. He split the empire in two, Western Rome and Eastern Rome, so it could be governed more efficiently. Later, Constantine made another bold move, shifting power east and building a new capital, Constantinople, modern-day Istanbul. This would keep the east strong but leave the west vulnerable. Meanwhile, outside Rome's borders, pressure was building. Germanic tribes, Goths, Vandals, Franks, pushed against the frontiers. In 376 CE, disaster struck. The Huns, fearsome horsemen from Central Asia, thundered into Europe. Entire tribes fled westward, right into Roman territory. Rome struggled to control the flood of refugees. Tensions exploded. In 378 CE, Rome faced the Goths at Adrianople. It was a massacre. Emperor Valens was killed, and 2/3 of the Roman army wiped out. This battle shattered the myth of Roman invincibility, and it was just the beginning. By 410 CE, the unthinkable happened. Alaric and his Visigoths sacked Rome itself. For 3 days, the Eternal City burned. Roman citizens were slaughtered, temples looted, treasures stolen. The world was stunned. St. Jerome wrote, "The city which had conquered the world was itself conquered." Rome limped on, but the hits kept coming. The Vandals swept through North Africa, cutting off Rome's grain supply. The Huns under Attila ravaged Gaul and Italy, forcing Rome to pay massive ransoms. Finally, in 476 CE, a Germanic general named Odoacer deposed the last Roman emperor, a teenage boy ironically named Romulus Augustulus. This date, 476 CE, is remembered as the fall of the Western Roman Empire. But the story didn't completely end. The Eastern Empire, the Byzantine Empire, would continue for nearly another 1,000 years. Still, the western half was gone. Roads crumbled, trade collapsed, literacy plummeted. Europe plunged into what we call the Middle Ages. The fall of Rome wasn't one single event. It was a slow-motion disaster made of politics, economics, and invasions. And yet its legacy still shapes our world. Our laws, our languages, our architecture, even our calendars carry Rome's fingerprints. When Rome fell, the world changed forever. If this helped you understand the fall of Rome, you'll love my breakdown of the Dark Ages in 5 minutes. Hit subscribe so you never miss a quick history deep dive, and let me know in the comments which part of Rome's collapse shocked you most.